Jasmine. So I'm just going to do my reflection vlog on the persuasive speech. So starting out with question number 1. The purpose of my speech was to persuade my audience to possibly consider homeschooling if, maybe right now they have children or they will have children in the future and are wondering what to do about their children's education. So then starting with number 2, or going on to number 2, I was pretty excited about going into this speech. Just the fact that I was going to be able to do some research on this topic, and add to the knowledge I already have regarding this topic, and just being able to share it with my audience. So I was pretty excited about this one. Then number 3, I tried to keep my speaker ethos high by obtaining articles from, that were peer-reviewed, that were scholarly, articles from websites that were trustworthy, especially websites. I tried to access websites that ended, in .org, because generally those are fairly, they're reliable. So yeah, just making sure that my information that I put forward was reliable and trustworthy. So then for number 4, I felt like the speech went good. The one thing I'm going to plan on investing in is just a tripod, just because, it helps with the video being a little bit more steady, and just a couple times, my head kind of got chopped off in the video. So just definitely that's going to be my next thing I'm going to invest in, is just, a tripod. So that way the video is a little bit more better quality. Everything else though, I thought sound quality was really good, and so yeah, that's probably the only thing I would change. So then starting with question 5, ways I tried to get my audience's attention were just asking questions. I felt that was kind of an attention grabber, and then also presenting information such as like how many homeschool students are in the United States today estimated, or how has homeschooling grown in the past year, or I try to list numbers like that, that I think people would find interesting, because it's kind of interesting to find out that kind of stuff. Question number 6. When considering my audience, I just remembered that, homeschooling is kind of a controversial topic. Some people are dead set against it. Other people are all for it, and then there's other people that really don't know what they think about it. Maybe they really don't know it exists, So I tried to consider that, provide information that was solid, good arguments, information that was from trustworthy sources, because your audience is going to be more apt to believe something knowing that, hey, this is from something that is trustworthy. Something well known, maybe they know who the speaker is and, have a lot of respect for him. So just trying to keep my audience in mind so that I didn't want to step on any toes, just in case maybe people are absolutely against it, or, vice versa. So just trying to consider them in that way. Question number 7, I felt that my strongest argument was how colleges are actively seeking out homeschool students. They realize, that homeschool students are well prepared for college. The ACT and SAT scores, have proven that homeschool students are prepared for college. And with going back to the ACT and SAT scores, homeschool students often score at or well above the national average, which I thought that was pretty cool, so I wanted to include that, because it's kind of important information. So yeah, I feel like that was probably my strongest argument, just about colleges actively seeking out homeschool students. Question number 8, I feel that my logos, maybe I probably could have worked on those a little bit better than I did. I do feel like I put forth a lot of strong arguments, good information. Hopefully that, maybe persuaded my audience in the direction of homeschooling. Question number 9, I feel that my speech went very well. There's really just, I guess, areas of improvement, just like with technology, what I stated earlier, and yeah, I guess maybe maintaining eye contact with my audience more. So I guess for question number 10, going to chapter 14, page 109 in our textbook, it talks about how we as a speaker need to adapt to our audiences. I felt that, I probably would have parts of my audience that were completely against homeschooling, whereas parts of my audience might have been very neutral to the topic, that accepting, open minds, So then just, it talked about in the book how when you're approaching audiences that are neutral or maybe are hostile to the topic you're talking about, you want to make sure not to step on their toes. So that's something I tried to keep in mind. You don't want to, come across offensive. And I just tried to state main facts, that this is the fact. These are the facts about homeschooling, research and evidence have proven this. Tried to make my evidence, very strong. I also just tried to use credible sources as well because, it pays to have credible sources. Your audience trusts you more. So yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say about this. So I've really enjoyed preparing this speech, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So thank you.